Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and this is the last part, hopefully, the last part in the process of making this narrow, raggedy kind of notebook, which is going to be a no-sew, as I said before. So this is a narrow notebook, which is a no-sew version. You can sew this, it's totally up to you, but I'm going to show you the no-sew version. So this is not my original idea, as I have said in my first video. I had seen a lady, I don't want to butcher her name because I will never be able to pronounce that. I'm sorry. She is on the design team of GI Kerr, Happiness in Crafting. So she's a Canadian lady. And I had seen her do this, but she did a sewed version, and I am trying to do this as a no-sew version. And also hers had more laces. You can add more. There's no limit to this. And I thought of sharing this with my using my new mini kit that I have in my shop. So this is called Garden Sonata, and yeah, so that's it. So I have done a little bit of sewing inside. I'm going to show you. So I have added some laces which I've sewn in. Now not everything is going to be sewn in. It's going to be very rustic, as I said, and I am going to show you how to do the non-sew method. Also, I have not inked up the edges too much. Probably I will do that while and then I'll come back and show you. But before I proceed any further, I just wanted to give you just to give you a glimpse of what I have done till now. So this is the cover. I have not glued it down. It's going to be glued in. I've just stitched around it, and this is the actual cardstock watercolor paper. This is not cardstock, this is watercolor paper. And here is a pocket. This is the flap where I'm going to put in some more some journal tag and all. And this is the raggedy paper. This is the paper from the garden kit, Garden Sonata kit that I'm using. And as you can see, I've not inked anything. I will do that. This is a blank paper. This is from my lace background kit. So this is lace background set A. So what I've done is it came as a edged like this. So I've just fussy cut that out just to give you an idea how it might look. I've not inked that also. I will do that. Again, some lined paper. This is from the Garden Sonata kit, and some lined paper. This is from lace background from my shop. So this is set 2B. So I have two sets in my shop. I just listed them. Again, some blank paper, some scrap that was generated after I had used up this as a page. Let me show you. So this one. So this is the actual continuation of this page. So I've actually used up one single page in as this part and this one, and another single kit page over here. I still have some left, some of the portions, which I'll probably use as some tags or something else. So that's that, and here is my cover. So the first things first, I'm going to glue the cover down, and then I'm going to show you how to do the no-sew version. So I have lined the edge because I want to have this as a pocket. So I'm going to only just show you. So I'm going to take the cover. I'm not going to show. Yeah. So I'm going to glue this part. Sorry, not this. Not this one. This one. So I'm going to add glue to this, and I'm also going to add some PVA glue just to make this stronger. So this is the basic thing. And yeah, I need to make sure what I'm doing, because I have messed up so many times that it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm sure many of you must have done that also. So that's that. And I'm going to glue this fine portion a little bit, and so just a little bit, wee bit. Okay. Now I am not, oh God, this is trying to play catch with me. So now I have the pocket over here, I have the floral element over here. Now I need to make sure where I want my cover. So I want my cover around this way, and I'll use my bone folder, okay, just to smoothen everything out. Just a second. Okay, I need to okay, so I'm just going to smoothen this out, spreading the glue as best as possible. Okay, so the front part is done, and now we need to work on this part. So I like to do it in parts, because then there is little chance of messing up. Once I glue everything down all together, then so this is going to be a side tuck sort of thing. Okay, so that's that. And okay, so if you want, you can put a lace or something of that sort, but I'm not going to put the lace right now, because as I said, I need to make sure that my signature or the papers go through nicely, and then if I decide I can put some lace later on. I can glue them down if I so like. So that's going to be in the later stage if I want. So my cover is done. I have two pockets over here. This one is this needs a little bit of care, which we'll deal with it now. So I'm going to just put a dab of glue, just so that it doesn't move too much. So how's everybody doing? I really have been so busy. I'm so behind my, answering my comments, but don't worry, ladies, I'll get back to them. So I hope you like this garden kit that I've come up with, Garden Sonata. So this is the cover. Now this cover has become a little bit thickish kind of thing, because I've already added the paper. So now I'm going to burnish this a little bit, so that it's easier to work with things like this. So we have a pocket over here, but it's not dry yet. Okay, so in the meantime, what I've done is I've also cut out these elements that come in the kit, because we will be using some of them in the pages. And I have also reduced the size of one page so that I can have smaller ephemera, because this journal is not going to be too big. So I have reduced the size. Okay, and this will go in here. So these are the lace trims that I've stitched, but I'm also going to add more trims which are just going to be glued down. So, and I have not trimmed this part up. I wanted to keep this. So I'm going to ink these up slightly, and I will be back to show you the update. Okay, so I have inked more or less everything up. I have used antique linen, distress oxide, because sometimes vintage photo might look a little bit grungy, so I thought I'm going to use this. And I have not grunged it up entirely, because there are so much lace ends and lace papers. So I thought that if I'm going to use antique linen, it's going to be a good balance. And if I want it more grungy, I can always come back and do the inking again. So now is the time when we are going to do the no sew technique. So this is my notebook, and I have a few things around, as you can see. What I'll do is I will just clip the papers so that they don't move about. Now they are of different heights, so I have to be careful about how I go about it. About how I go about it. Funny, yeah? Anyways, so I'm just adding this, and I have another paper clip. I'm going to try and do it this way. Okay, so now my journal is more or less secure. Now what I need to do is I need to make 2 holes, not 3. This is not a pamphlet stitch or anything. This is just tying up these papers. Now I have measured this. It comes down to around 8 1/4, the height of the journal. So I'm going to take off 2 inches from the top. Just let me move this a little bit. From the top and from the bottom. So that way I know all the papers are going to be secure. So I'm going to take my pencil first and measure 2 inches from the bottom here, around here, and then I'm going to do the same on this side. I hope you can see what I'm trying to do. This is around 2ish. So yeah, so this is what I want. Okay, so I have marked the places where I want the holes to be. Now for tying this, you can use sari silk, you can use organza ribbon, you can use stretchy kind of lace. I have stretchy lace, organza ribbon, everything lying around. We'll see what happens, because sometimes things don't go according to plan. So now I have marked the places, and what I'll do is I'm going to pierce a hole right through the place where I've marked. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, let me lift this up. So here is the place. I'm going to close the notebook, make a hole. You can see that, okay? And I'm going to bring this out, okay? And just, I don't know if you can see it. Just a second, let me fix the lighting a little bit. It's super dark over here, cloudy and dark. So here is the hole, and right beside that I'm going to make another hole, because this will allow me to pass the lace through. But if I make it with a hole punch, it's going to be too big a hole. I don't want that. I want a hole which will just allow me to pass the organza ribbon or the lace or the sari silk, whatever, just to pass through. So I'm going to make another hole right beside that, just right beside that. So, and you can see the hole right here, okay? So this will be big enough for me to pull the lace, the organza ribbon, whatever I'm using, through that hole. So first let me give it a try with the organza ribbon. I have not done it with organza ribbon previously. I had done it with a stretchy kind of fabric. I cut it out in strips, and then so since I'm tying that in outside, I need to have this going from the inside. So I need to push this. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this fabric, this organza ribbon. It's flying all around. Not to worry. I'm just pushing this through the hole. Okay, and I will see if I can pull it through here. Okay, so the case is that I need to push this through this hole, and then I need to pull it through. So I'm just trying to push this. I don't know. but if you are comfortable with sewing, then go ahead and sew it. No problem with that. When I was doing this, I thought, oh my god, let me sew this. It's going to be less of an hassle. So you need to make sure it has gone in, but that is why I was telling you that try and use less amount of paper. It's easier that way. I can see the fabric, on this side, but I just need to pull it through. Yeah, done it. Done it. So you can see how the ribbon is getting pulled. So I'm just going to pull one side. I don't need the whole thing. Okay, so it's done. And yeah, so we have done it. And now I will just poke another hole over there, and similarly I will pass this ribbon through. This ribbon might be a little bit wider, you might think, but this will make things much secure. The previous one that I did was a little too thin to my preference, but this one I think is an 1-inch organza ribbon. Organza will work best because it has a kind of thinness to it. Now if I'm using some fabric which is a little bit on the thicker side, your holes will get bigger and ultimately everything is going to tear apart. We don't want that to happen. So try and take some sort of a stretchy or very thin fabric which will easily go through these small holes. So I'm going to do the next one similarly, and we'll see where we stand, so like this. So again I have my I don't know where I marked here. So remember, when we are piercing the hole, first, after the first one, pierce a hole right beside the first one, so that your hole is a little bit bigger, but it's not too big. See, I hope you can see it. I have pierced one hole and then I have pierced right after that. So now it will be easy for me to pass this ribbon through. Now I'm going to take this, try to make it, just make a little appearance around here, and so that we can pull this through. Okay, so I hope I don't mess up. This is a little bit tricky, but it's not undoable, so you can do it. So you constantly have to see whether your ribbon has made, so see, a ribbon has made an appearance over here. Again, push from this side, push the fabric from this side, and you'll see it's going to make an appearance over here. Okay, see, so we have done it. So I think organza ribbon is best. The previous one did have a little bit of a hiccup, but this one worked beautifully. So now I'm going to take off these paper clips and see how this goes. Just a second. So I'm going to pull one of the part out. I just need to make sure whichever one I'm pulling is the correct one. Yeah, so we have our journal done. Now I can simply tie this off. and if you want you can add papers later on, but for now I think this is okay. So we have our journal done, and now we can just embellish this a little bit more. I'll come back and show you. I'm going to just glue down these itty bitty things, or maybe we'll do this in another part where I'm going to show you how to embellish these kind of journals, slightly embellish, not much. So bye everybody, wait for the third part, I guess. No, fourth part. This is getting way longer than I expected, but I don't want to make the videos too long, so longer videos, people do watch them, but it's difficult to learn from a longer video because sometimes you just lose your patience, you just don't have them, you have something else to do, and I think it's looking so pretty. So we'll do the embellishing part in the next part. I already have this little tub of embellishments all ready to go, so keep watching the last part where I'm going to embellish this journal. Thank you everybody for watching this, and if you have not yet subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel to see more of such videos. Thank you everybody. Bye. Have a great day.